Okay, I'm here. What a time I had getting here, but yeah, I'm here. Hi. And let's see. Oh, I forgot to turn off my sound. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Well, knew I forgot something. It's been a day. And of course I can't get into my YouTube account. So I'm here. There's no YouTube tonight. Maybe this means it'll be better. Maybe it'll mean it'll be better. I don't know. I can't see myself. I'm wondering if this light is too much. How's that, guys? Oops. I'm blue. Maybe if I pump it up. Is that better? I don't know. How's it look, guys? How's the light? Oof. Feels like it's glaring, actually. What a day. I meant to turn my noise off. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, there's that. Now let's go down a little. It has been a week. Rosemarie, Sandra, D, Aggie. Hey, Aggie. Light is good. All right, well, we're going to leave it at that then. Wow. What a week. What a week. The eclipse really didn't affect me very much. I don't know how people felt. So a little, I don't know, blip. Felt a little agitated maybe, but nothing awful. I mean, I wouldn't even have known it was, hey, Nicoletta, Sue-Ann, Gail, lots of death, yeah, yes, yep, yeah. Well, let's see what's happened. My Basset Hound is very ill, going for an ultrasound on his abdomen. He has kidney issues at 7 years old. He just turned 7. Aw, thank you, Pamela. That's sweet of you. And it's one thing after another. D, no kidding. It's just every time you think you got something locked down and done, and you check it off your list. I'm a big list maker. That is my thing. I'm a big list maker, and I love checking them off. And just when you think, okay, I can check that off, it's like, no, I cannot. It's just sucks. And I gotta say, the Sagittarians and the Pisceans this week were in distress. When it came to readings, those were the two signs. Capricorns, I am begging you, stop messing around with Sagittarians. Sagittarians, leave the Cappies alone. You two, unless your charts are beautifully aligned, this is a match made in someplace other than heaven, okay? And I spent this week stamping out fires, and broken-hearted Capricorns and very upset Sagittarians. And I don't know how so many of you found each other, but wow. I mean, let's just break it down. You got Sagittarius, okay? Sagittarius. Let me just see here what people are saying. Yeah, accidents. It's fun. Sandra. Sagittarius, a sign that hates rules, that likes freedom of expression, free to come and go as they please, travel, foreign ideas, foreign people. My Sagittarius daughter is ready to hop a flight at any given time. She will pack a bag so fast your head will spin. They don't like restriction. I'm being general, of course. Doesn't mean they can't be responsible, but they don't tend to like restriction. They're not the type that enjoy being in a cubicle. They don't like routine. They get bored. And then you've got Capricorn, the sign that rules routine, the sign that loves restriction. They like accountability, and they like to check off those lists, you know? Capricorn in general. Hey Ann, hey Jennifer. You know, and so when these two get together, again, unless there's a lot of earth in that Sagittarius chart, or a lot of fire and air in the Capricorn, it's just, it ain't gonna work. And this week was illustration of that. My God, and a broken-hearted Capricorn man is a sad creature. I've seen a few of them, 2 this week alone, and it's just, You know, Sag, when they get upset, they get angry, or they just in general conversation. I mean, it's the sign that has foot and mouth disease, you know, hoof and mouth disease, they say. And damn, you know, they cut to the quick, and there's Capricorn trying to be responsible, trying to be accountable. And that just reads as very boring sometimes to a Sagittarius. So maybe if the Sag is male, I mean, and the Capricorn is female, maybe then. Otherwise, I'm not loving it. Pisces was affected by the energy of the world. Just really bummer. We really, the collective consciousness is found in the 12th house of Pisces. So when it gets heavy out there in the big world, we feel it, and it weighs us down heavily. Lack of responsibility on people's parts. And Pisces is certainly able to forgive and certainly able to be patient, but, you know, lack of accountability affects us all, you know, and all of us. It's why they were able to sell us the idea of a heaven and a hell. I'm not here to debate religion with you, but in my spiritual path, there is no hell, and hell was kind of created, in my opinion, to keep everybody in line. You know, you can't sell a bill of goods without an accountability or an awful outcome. So believe this way, or this awful thing will happen to you. It's quite when you look at it that way, it's pretty awful, you know. But anyway, I don't know. We want bad people to be punished. That's my point, though. You know, hell is a great concept because we want to think Adolf Hitler, and we want to think that, you know, Charles Manson, and we want to think that awful people, you know, are burning in a terrible place and, you know, horribly sad and sorry for their sins. And I just tend to think they don't resurrect. I think that that's the meaning, and I've studied, and the word hell in Hebrew is shol, and that means sleep. So basically, you just don't wake up. You don't resurrect. You don't go on. And again, I don't know how the physics of that works out because energy can't be destroyed. So I'm not sure that that's correct either. But I just have a hard time believing of an eternally loving, perfect being, which I believe deity is. I'm a deist. Would create a place of horrible torture and pain for eternity. That's hard for me to wrap my head around. Give someone free will and then say, if you don't do what I say, even though you have free will, I'm going to put you in this terrible place. So anyways, that's just wrapping your head around all of that, watching things happen in the world. I'm not even going to touch this court thing. I don't want to talk about it. Hey, Christina. Hey, Haley. Hey, Kat. Greta. Tia. Oh my God, everyone's here. Okay. So that's what was going on. I think it was a lot of us were philosophical. A lot of us were trying to weigh good and bad. You know, I will say it was tough to see this trial so heavily publicized, so heavily talked about, pictures and images, and yet we have at the same time, you know, the Maxwell case going on right now, and there's nothing. Some sketches. No one's talking about it, you know, and that was huge. It was global. So and it dealt with pedophilia, and it dealt with some really awful things, and a lot of big names were involved in that. And we're not going to talk about that though. We're going to talk about this other thing, and it's also further contentious. I think we can all get on board with the Maxwell thing. We can all get on board and say pedophilia is bad. Very few people will stand up for pedophiles. You know, it's a small collect group, but you know. But if we make it about black and white, or we make it gun versus, you know, non-gun, or if we make it however we're going to make it, we can always find dissension. We can always, you know, we can find a reason to argue about that. And that's, I think, what the media wants. I think that's all part of a bigger plan to keep us fighting and, you know, divide and conquer. Divide and conquer. And whether it's race or political affiliation or vax versus unvax, I mean, think about how people have gone to the mat over that, you know? I had terrible things I hear people saying that, you know, just about the vaccinations. And it's not just about, I think you should or I don't think I should. It's like, if you don't, you should die. It's like, no one should treat you medically. And it's like, okay, wow, okay. Wow, all right. What do you say to that? I guess we can't really debate or argue or discuss, because it's just, that's where you feel, right? I don't know, guys. I don't know. That's all part of this tumultuous collective. It's just the weather patterns and the volcanoes and the earthquakes and the lack of food, and it is the worst. It's brought out the worst. You're right. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And the anxiety is through the roof. I think that's what we're feeling. It's just, what next? You live in this place where it's like, oh my God, what's next? How bad is this food shortage going to get? I have a business. I have a store, and it's getting hard to get certain things in the store. And it's hard not to be like, oh damn, what do I do if I can't get products in the store? And we'll figure it out. I know that. But then there's a little voice that says, but what if you can't? What if you can't get stones? Because it's getting harder to get some stuff. And yeah. So anyway, it's something, huh? We chose to be here during this time. We chose this. We chose it. We were up in the good place, or wherever in the good place, whatever astral plane we were existing on, and we thought, it'd be kind of fun. Earth is in a lot of tumultuous times coming up, and it might actually be an extinction event. We don't even know. It could be. It could be the end of humanity. We just might be, we shit where we sleep and eat, and yuck, right? Who knows how this is going to end, and if we're going to follow science, or we're going to follow greed, or what we're going to do here, So, heck, I think we should incarnate. I think we should be here for that. It'd be exciting. We chose this, guys. Chose it. We chose it. We chose it. What were we thinking? What were we thinking? Pamela. Oh my God. So what's up, guys? I love reading comments. Is there anything you want to talk about before I start throwing cards? YouTube is not on right now. Could not pull up YouTube. It's so much fun on my laptop. And yeah. So I managed to do something. So I'm sure China will upload to YouTube. And I'm sorry if anyone is over there trying to watch it. All 2 or 3 people that get on there. But maybe it'll go better here for Facebook. Oh, that'd be cool, Natalia. That'd be nice. Yeah, so I talked about my newsletter. We need to believe in each other. We better start believing in each other. I've been following the Elon Musk story. I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a fan. I'm watching him sell his homes. At this point, I think he sold his last home. He literally has no home. Whether you like what he's doing or not, he feels strongly about the Mars idea. But it was World Health Organization, or one of the big global groups. I'm sure you guys can tell me. You're right, Haley. Oh, Lena was awful. But anyway, had said that if the billionaires would pitch in and $6 billion, they would solve world hunger. That would fix world hunger. And Elon Musk said, I will write you a check right now for $6 billion if you use perfect, absolute transparency in how you're going to use that $6 billion to fix world hunger. And they came back at him a couple days ago and said, okay, game on. Here's how we're going to handle that. The thing is, and it's all about words. They said that they would fix world hunger, solve world hunger, right? Solve it. Now it's alleviate certain aspects of world hunger, and that's not quite the same thing, If someone says to you they're going to do something completely, and then they say, well, when I said completely, I meant, for the year. You know, it's like, no. You said fix it. So I'm just watching it go back and forth here, and it's pretty interesting stuff. And, you know, with Jeff Bezos on schedule to be our first trillionaire, and this is after a divorce. This is after giving half of his stuff away to his ex-wife, who, by the way, is writing checks and giving money haphazardly and wonderfully against her advisors. You know, she's like, I can give half of it away and still be fine. You know, very fine. So she's just basically writing checks, and of course, she's not doing it with an eye to tax relief or, you know, anything. She's not. She's just like, you need money? Okay, here's some money. You know, that sounds like you got a good plan there. Okay, here, I'll fund it. It's pretty cool. And it's just the opposite of her ex-husband, which explains a lot. But anyways, he's on track even after a divorce to be the first trillionaire. So I think that he could afford it, and then Elon can too. And let's see what happens. There's all this other stuff too, though, that, you know, we talk about the Flint water. And we don't talk about the fact that Elon Musk actually fixed the school water. All the public schools have clean water because of him. He then said, I will fix the residential water, and was told no. And, what's his name? Will Smith. Will Smith's son, Jaden, also a millionaire in his own right, had said, I will fix the water in Flint. He was also told no. The federal government actually gave Flint the money to fix the water, and they misspent it, and they're being held accountable. And why the water still isn't fixed all these years later is anyone's guess. And why millionaires/billionaires can't fix it for them, I don't have the answer to that either. But if you look up the history of the Flint water, rather than just read what's in the media, it's a pretty interesting story all the way around. It is unreal. So, yeah. So that's what I've been kind of following myself in the news. And of course, just watching the weather patterns and the volcanoes and the storms and the floods. I mean, how chunk of Canada is underwater. Parts of Canada are inaccessible to other parts. There's a whole area that you can't. I posted on Facebook. It's unbelievable. I mean, it's due to the melt and the fires, and the water is just sluicing off. So it's insane. It's just unprecedented water and floods, and unbelievable. And as some of you said, the deaths, the accidents, I can tell you I read therapists and talking to therapists and nurses, and the psych wards are full, and the rehabs are full, and it's game on. So again, you know, self-care is critical right now. You really have to get enough sleep. And I know I'm probably not the right person. I'm trying. I am getting to bed earlier than I ever have. I've always been one of those people who only needed 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I'm one of those blessed people. Could go to bed at 2, get up at 6, and be fine. And I am up at 6 every day. For all of you who've waited for me outside the store, because I'm always running late, I am up at 6 a.m., okay? Hours before I open at 11. And still managed to be late. It's unbelievable. Oh, listen, the videos, I'm running late too, but I was trying to give my dog some antibiotics. Hey, Barbara. Yeah, corruption. Anyway, if no one has anything to add to that little blurb, I'm gonna start throwing cards, okay? And I'm shuffling cards, especially since we have a nice connection. Pretty happy with that. Didn't get the extender yet. I've been still researching them. So I want to get that up here, and hopefully I'll be able to run both YouTube and Facebook. I do want to build the YouTube channel. I knew Facebook was going to be going away. I had said that months ago. Didn't know how or why, but I knew. And Meta is actually they're working on it now. I think they're changing the name over. So pretty interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Oh, why? Okay, the laptop just went off. The light went off. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's play with the light again. Whew. How's that? Is that okay? I don't know. Come on. All right. Hopefully it'll stay on now while I finish up. And oh my God. Okay. One last look at comments. I'm going to start throwing cards. Yep. Carelessness. You're right about that. The greed is unbelievable. Really is. I'm, you know, we could talk about it all day. It's not making it any better. And I always say, you know, I preach to the choir. Yeah, I'm blessed. People come to my shop. You guys, you're already on board. You're already there. You know, we're all trying to learn more, do more, be better. But that's the point. We're trying to be better. Every time we buy a stone or play a singing bowl or, you know, light the sage. I mean, it's all about embracing the light and trying to raise the energy and shift the consciousness. And, you know, it's all good stuff. You know, I get to live in a bubble. You know, I live above my shop. It's what I do all day. It's wonderful stuff. It's a wonderful way to be, but I can't ignore, and I wrote that in the newsletter this month. Doesn't mean I get to ignore it. It feels like it's cowardice to pretend that everything out there isn't happening. And, you know, that I somehow won't be affected. That's just not true. And bad things happen. People get sick. Animals die. I mean, I understand that. We all understand that. It just seems like it's coming at us really fast and hard. And I really think that some people, animals, beings, thought they could handle it, and they really can't. And looking ahead and knowing that it's going to get harder, they've just chosen to take an exit door. Some of us believe that throughout our lives, at different times, doors open that we can check out. Not commit suicide, but literally, whether we're sick or there's an accident, and we have moments, seconds, instants, I mean, just instant, to say, this is where I want to leave. On an operating table, different times in our lives where it's just like, maybe I'll just go now. And I think that's what we're seeing, is people are just saying, yeah, you know what? I'm checking out. I've done all I can do. I'm tired. And I think that's part of it, even the animals. So I don't think they want to do it anymore. And the other thing, too, from on my side of it, is that, don't forget, what I deal with all day long is people who are struggling, who are suffering, who are having hard times, having problems. You know, I always say this, and I'm sorry to say it again. You guys hear it a lot of times, but very rarely does someone come in my store and say, hey, Laura, everything is going so great right now. I mean, perfect. Mwah! You know, I'm so happy. Could you just throw a few cards and let's see if it's going to continue? No, you know, that doesn't happen. You know, I get people who are, oh my God, when is this hell going to end? You know, Laura, everything's going wrong. Everything's been bad. I mean, is it always going to be like this? Will I ever be happy? I'm like, oh boy. And of course, I get went to see a psychic, and, you know, she told me someone was jealous of my mother, put a hex, put a curse. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not saying it can't ever happen, but I don't think so. All right. So, the other thing I was going to say really quickly, looking at astrology, because I talked about the Capricorn Sagittarius thing. Two things. ElsaElsa.com. Okay, that's a site, www.elsaelsa.com. You can get a really good compatibility chart. If you're looking for closure in a relationship that's ended, you might want to pull that chart, a compatibility, because in it talks about what you came in to the relationship to learn or grow from. So even if the relationship is over, you might still be interested to see what was supposed to happen or what did happen or what your contract was there. Okay? So there's that. And the other is we don't talk enough about our progressed charts. We all come with our natal chart. We know our natal chart. That's a snapshot of where the planets were and the stars were when we entered this earth. And by the way, if you don't have a time of birth for yourself, or if you're going to do a compatibility with a partner, you can use 12 noon. And that's going to get you pretty close, in either direction. It's not often that hours matter, that take you out of one house into another. So unless you're a real cusper, right on that cusp. My daughter Daisy is a good example. I had her to have her chart done professionally because she's the 19th of February. And, every year it changes in terms of the time. But she's a Pisces by hours, literally by hours. So I'd run charts for her, and half the time they'd be Aquarius and half the time they'd be Pisces, depending on, how the chart was being run. But I went to an astrologer and said, I need to know exactly. And I did some work and said, no, it's Pisces. Absolutely Pisces. So, anywho, looking at your progress chart, again, elsa.com. Oh, Pamela, there's Elsa has a wonderful, a child's natal chart. And it's a $10 chart. And it even goes into possible health issues, careers for the children. I mean, it's a good chart. So for $10, you can get a child's natal. I recommend your own natal, of course. A progressed natal chart. I talked about a compatibility chart. And every year for my birthday, I give myself a solar return chart. And the solar return chart gives me a heads up on the year coming up of the transits and the energies that I can expect personally as a way of navigating through the year to come. And having done it for years now, literally, I can tell you, hindsight's always 50-50. Nice thing to have. So a solar return for your birthday, a natal chart, a progressed natal, because of course, we're not the same people as when we were born. And because the big planets in our chart, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, they move really slowly. They might change 1 or 2 houses in your whole life. Okay? So, because those are such key foundation planets, other things move quickly. The moon is like 2.5 days in a house. Mars goes quickly. I think it's a month in a house. Mercury is weeks and it's out of the houses. So they fluctuate, the moods, the energies, where you're directing your attention to. Yeah. But those big planets, Saturn, we know 2.5 years in a house. So they're the ones we want to pay attention to, and that's why you can get a progressed chart and do it like every 7 years, and again, these are $10 and $12 charts. So, and it's a lot for your money. So I really do recommend Elsa, if you want it done the old fashioned way. If you're looking for an old fashioned, by the book, by the hand, handwritten, then you want Alethea, who writes for my newsletter. And just click on her link there at the end of her piece. Every month she has a piece at the end of the newsletter. Click on her link and you'll go to her website. And I have also people who have gone to her. And I've used both her and Elsa personally, privately, to resolve issues. And both had them just amazingly almost to the day of when certain situations would end and when I could expect things to, both Daisy's sickness, which was Alethea, and an issue with my son, and really, got me right through it. So really big help, and Alethea really nailed when that was going to end for Daisy. It was a long 3 years of a chronic stomach issue that had all sorts of ramifications. So really recommend those two astrologers. And I have had private sessions with Elsa. So really good stuff. If you're looking, especially for kids, looking at career aspects, 11th and 12th grade in high school, first, second year college. If they're lost, their natal charts are what you want to look at. Not your cards, not your oracle cards, not your tarot cards. You want to look at your chart. You want to look at your astrology. Where are your aptitudes, your talents? It takes me too long to do a chart. I'm not a professional astrologer. It takes me forever. It's why I don't offer it anymore. Because you can, again, for $10 or $12, they'll pull a chart. Alethea, because it's all done by hand, is more money. But, she's also giving you a lot with that. You're not just getting paper. You're getting a lot of feedback as well. There was a point. Yes, you can, so having done, though, many, many charts on my own, I can tell you the happiest people I know, the people who are most content with their lives, are people who have lived into their 10th house of professional success, social success, and are living into that based on what the planetary energy is of that house. Unfortunately, it used to be teaching. Now it's nursing and medical. And a lot of kids are being forced into those careers. I did a Sweet 16 a few years back. And looking at, quick run of cards for these 16-year-olds. And out of 15 kids, 13 were going into medicine. Not because they wanted to, but because their parents, that's what they were going to pay for. They were going to pay for nursing school. They were going to pay to be a PA. But, nurses and doctors are not born, are not made, they're born. Teachers are not made, they're born. And I can tell you, the teachers I know that are still happily teaching, despite all the changes to curriculums, they were playing school and they were teacher in the 3rd grade. As long as they can remember, they had their stuffed animals or their dolls and they were doing school. And the same thing for nurses and people in the health field. They've always wanted to do that, So forcing someone into a career where they're not going to have, again, the aptitudes, the talent, the drive, is this a recipe for failure, But it used to be, be a teacher, you get your summers off, you have the same schedule as your kids, blah, blah. Well, it's great if you want to be a teacher. But there's not enough money in the world to make me be a nurse. I have nothing but respect for them. The cabinet behind me, if you're looking at this one right up here, that's not mirrored. It's reflecting my light up there. And when I get this room done, it looks awful right now. It's full of boxes. I emptied my daughter's room out quickly because she came home, and now it's all in my living room. I was using her room as a storeroom. But there's actually a doll from the 1800s in there. And all kinds of stuff in here that I'll do a tour, I promise. Let me get this done. I have the last room I got to do and get a floor in the kitchen, and I'm good. I will actually be able to check off my list. Okay? So, seriously. Check off my list. All right, guys, I'm going to throw cards. I'm going to start with Aries. For anyone who's out there that's new, and there's been so many new people in the store. Oh, my God. It's a 6-card spread. It's a short-term spread. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First card at the top of the triangle is the situation. The next 2 cards are what is directly affecting the situation. And then the final 3 cards are where it's going, the future. Let's see. I always say, too, obviously, not every Cancer is debating and ending a relationship. Not every Leo is having career issues. But as I see in my readings, is it that someone that you're close to, someone you care about having those issues? It can just be a message like that. And it happens in readings. It happens, people come in and I'll be throwing cards and I'll be talking and they're like, oh my God, that's exactly what I was thinking. My daughter's going through that, or my brother's going through that right now. It's like, okay, well, that's what you were thinking about when I was shuffling? And they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, well then I guess we'll talk about your brother's situation, And so it happens often enough that there was one funny time, and again, I'm sorry to repeat stories. I know some of you hear these stories, but there was one time I had a woman come in and, quick reading. One of my $5 quick readings. And I threw cards and I'm like, oh, wow. I said, looks like you recently ended a marriage or a relationship. good mother, you know, you love your kids, but my God, you're really a career person, aren't you? And back into the career, it looks like you're in a new home, and 6 months from now, it's almost like you're just in great shape. I mean, you've really sailed through this. And I have to say, it looks like your ex-husband, passive aggressive, you know, really was unhappy for a long time. And she kind of had this look of amazement on her face. And I was thinking, well, yes, I've amazed you. And she goes, I said, are you okay? And she goes, well, I'm married 35 years and I thought happily. I said, oh, well, that was weird. I said, what were you thinking when I was shuffling? And she goes, oh, my daughter. She goes, who did just go through a divorce, who is a career woman, who does love her children, who has already purchased a new home and is in the process of moving in. And yes, my ex-son-in-law, no, he wasn't passive aggressive. He was an asshole. So no, everything was accurate, but it reflected the person that she was thinking about. When I say, okay, focus your energies, focus your mind on issues, concerns, problems. Well, if you're thinking of someone else's problem, then guess what? That's what's going to show up in the cards. Usually I'll say this is like, were you thinking of somebody else? But sometimes when I'm doing these quick readings, I don't have really time to analyze. I'm just like, this is what the cards are saying. Hey, Donna, how are ya? All right. I am done shuffling, and I'm going to throw cards. So Aries, you're up first. All right. And also, because I love to teach tarot, and I can't teach until this mask mandate ends because my teaching room is too small to space everyone out 6 feet. But I do read to teach. And so if you read tarot, you know, make a note and throw the cards and see how you interpret them. Okay, this is my interpretation. Aries, the World reversed. The next card's up, the Knight of Coins reversed and the Hierophant. We have the Queen of Wands reversed, the Sun, and the Page of Swords reversed. All right. Well, I gotta tell you, Aries has been in a state of flux for the career aspect for a very long time. I mean, as long as I've been reading cards, and I'm in year 3 now of these Friday night videos. I'm 3 years of this. But for the past year, I gotta say, Aries has been really reconfiguring, reconstructing, reinventing their career paths. World reversed, ready for a big change. Knight of Coins reversed. You know, waiting for the money, waiting to see how the money's going to flow. We hear the Hierophant here, which is, you know, career path. It's legit job. It's not pie in the sky stuff. This is, you know, Queen of Wands reversed, workaholic, you know, ready to get down to it. Work being, you know, first thing on your mind. The Sun is a great card, success, but the Page of Swords reversed. Still, no action, nothing moving forward. Swords, why? I mean, the money's not there yet. Whatever needs to happen, and it's like it's in target range, you know, it's stalled because of money, lack of money. If you're trying to start your own business, I mean, the funding isn't there. You want to go to the next level? Well, the increase, the money, the promotion, it's just everything's on hold. If you're looking for, you know, anything, it's like there's a hiring freeze. I guess that's the best way to describe it here. Hey Dana, it looks like a hiring freeze, an energy freeze. And you know, and Aries being a fire sign is, you know, don't freeze me out, for God's sake. Aries wants to go, move, do. But you know what this is happening for Aries, and one of the things that Aries does tend to scatter their energy. You know, 10 projects going at once, nothing getting done. It is causing Aries to pull it in and focus, and then refocus, and then refocus. Almost like a GPS, you know, it just, you know, reconfiguring the route constantly. Take a wrong turn and they pull you in another direction. So that's what I'm seeing for Aries. It's just this, I'm ready for a big change. I want something new, ready for success, ready to get going. Can't wait to sink my teeth into it. But you gotta wait. Okay? It's a very frustrating time for a lot of Aries. And I know this because I talk to so many of you. All right, Taurus. Okay, Taurus. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Chariot. The Queen of Swords reversed. The Two of Cups. The Nine of Coins. The Ten of Swords. Wow. Okay. Well, oh boy. You know, you should know that I do the $10, the 10-minute, $5 readings, you know, during the week on certain days. A lot of times people don't want those readings because they're not private readings. You know, the store's open. I got to answer phones. I got to wait on customers. No one's listening in, but you know, it's open. It's not a private reading. Private readings take place after hours. Store's not open. I don't answer phones. I don't, you know, don't wait on, no one's in the store. No one can overhear. And I will say that people in certain situations don't want their problems overheard. And people who are involved in affairs, people who have with somebody who's married or they themselves are married. I mean, not every time, of course, but they don't want that, you know. So I do hear a lot, and this is what I see. You know, I just say what I say. And I'm not suggesting for 1 second that every Taurus is experiencing this, but these cards really speak to a friendship that's grown into a romance, and possibly a person attached to someone else. And that's in progress. And obviously, again, not every Taurus, okay? It is moving forward. The relationship is moving forward. It's genuine if you need to hear that. It is genuine. But there is a very angry individual, and it's being held up. And it's about money. And this speaks to loss, and it speaks to financial loss, and the kind of damage of very angry, hurt, jilted, whatever, you know, happens. I mean, you guys know how it goes. You're not children out there. And things happen. You can't, sometimes things just happen. And how else can I read these cards? Well, again, it still speaks to romance, friendship, moving forward. It's moving forward regardless. In this case, unlike Aries, you know, where the money is holding it up, money in this case is greasing the wheels. This is like someone saying, I don't care what it costs, I want my freedom. I don't care what it costs, I'm moving forward. You know, I know it's painful, let me give you some money and make it better, you know. And it doesn't, but we do know that when people are really angry, they start stalling and they want money. They want to be reimbursed for their wasted time. And that's how it feels. When someone says, I don't want to be married anymore, I know you thought we'd grow old together. I know you thought we'd have this together, but I'm not happy. I want out for whatever reason. Okay. Then the person says, okay, well, you're going to pay me. You're going to pay. You're going to pay. And that's what I'm seeing. Okay. Seeing someone. And the only other way I could read these, oh man, is it could be a mother or mother figure with Alzheimer's or dementia, and there's a sense of pending death, and there's a sense of freedom after that, financial freedom after that. And then that happens, you know, often when I've done it, I've taken care of my family, and you can't travel, you can't go, you can't do. You got to be there. And but it's in the thick of it. This is not a pleasant situation either way. Okay. Yep. Okay, Haley, there you go. And that describes the cards really well. Again, not every Taurus, but that's for you. Okay, it's your brother. Okay, so it's going to move forward. It's going to be expensive. It's going to cost. And in this case, if it's the other, where it's a mother figure, mother, grandmother, great aunt, godmother, it's there's money. There's money either to take care of, or there'll be money at the end of the day, when it's over. But it's definitely a painful situation either way. All right, and freedom is kind of hanging in the balance. All right, Gemini. There's two things, just so you know, in readings, there's two things that you really have to tread very carefully with as a reader. And I'm not known for editing. Excuse me, I don't filter. But you do have to be really careful with infidelity. As you could ruin a marriage. You could set, it could be a perfectly happy situation. I'm even hesitant with here that there's some Taurus listeners going, oh my God, that bastard's cheating on me. It's like, no, don't hear that. Because believe me, these cards, you would know what's going on. These aren't like, you should be suspicious. No. This is like mid-divorce. It's happening. You know it's happening. And you're in the middle of it. So don't accuse anybody or think that I'm suggesting you need to be suspicious. And again, if someone has Alzheimer's or dementia or this, well, you know that because you're in the thick of it. It's final stages. It's where it's gotten bad. This isn't news to you, Taurus. Okay. But you have to tread very lightly when it comes to that, because you can think what you could set off. Oh, is that your husband? It looks like there's a woman around him. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. And then the other thing is the sexuality of children. You have to be very careful what you say about someone's kids. And again, if the kid is deep in the closet, they don't need to be outed to their parents. And the parent will let you know, believe me. I read palms too. I haven't been reading palms because of COVID, not touching people's hands. But I've read people's hands. I'm like, oh, it looks like, you've got two girls and a boy, And they're like, well, I've got two boys and a girl. Like, oh, okay. Like, no, my daughter is in transition, and now I've got two boys. And, usually we always knew, Glad that he finally came forward and told us, but we always suspected. And sometimes, sadly, there's a parent who's not dealing well with it. I'd like to say it's always the man, but it's not. It's the mother too. I've had mothers tell me that not in my house. You can wear boys' clothes, but I don't want to. There's nothing. Nope. Not introducing you as my son. I'm not. You can cut your hair, but I won't do it. I won't call you a boy. And it's like, oh, yeah, you can't. And on that topic, really quickly, don't forget that the last Sunday of this month, not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, I am doing the book signing. Dana's coming in. He, she, me. Really good book. If you have anyone in transition, the books are $20. He's signing copies, but more importantly, there to talk about it. He's a therapist. He's lead therapist and owner of Twin Peaks in Derby. But if you wanted that kind of input, if you know somebody, if you're curious to know more about it, please come by the store on Sunday. Dane will be there from 12 to 6, or 12 to 5, 1 to 5. Okay, 1 to 5, talking, signing copies. So do stop by, please. Okay? All right. Gemini, after all of that, right? Okay, Gemini, King of Swords reversed. The Star. The Two of Coins. The Knight of Cups. The Five of Wands reversed. And the Six of Cups reversed. Well, Gemini, I love seeing the Sun here, because the Sun and the Star are the two best cards in the deck, and usually they negate negative aspects to say there is hope or there is success, despite the issue. A situation. I'll throw one more card just to get some clarity here. Moving on. So something going on between a father and a son. It's a father and a son. And the father's coming down hard on this kid. Maybe for good reason. Okay? Can't say for sure here looking at these cards. But it looks as though the son has won. The younger person, the younger kid has won. And is moving on, moving past it. It could be as simple as the Five of Wands reversed, the Six of Cups reversed. No, you're not leaving home right now. No, you're not going to go away to school. You're going to stay local. I can't believe this godforsaken laptop. Sorry for the lights again. I'm going to be playing with it now one more time. He's a crow. Sorry. So sorry. Okay. It really does look like it's, and the father's not really looking like a, not playing well in this story, but it's almost like, saying no to a young person. Not leaving yet, can't go yet. There's some financial control going on. It also could be someone in saying, I want to move back home, and it's like, no, you're not. You're not doing that. The Six of Cups reversed, but again, it's not putting the kid in harm's way. It's actually either keeping the family safe or keeping the child safe, the young person safe. Or making them be accountable, you know? But it really is about that. It's about accountability. And either saying, no, you can't go, or no, you can't come back. I mean, it's that Six of Cups reversed next to these cards. I'm not fighting about it anymore. We're not discussing anymore. And it is what it is. The Five of Cups is just move on, move past it, because there's no further debate going on. But I want to say it's more apt that it's a young person who's not being given the money to have the freedom to leave just yet. Reading is young, but certainly, you know, the Knight of Cups is usually a young male, but usually a sweet kid, but probably just not ready to go on his own yet. And then the father's saying, I'm not funding this. I'm not going to pay for you to go. You know, yeah, you want to go, fund it for yourself. And it seems like it's very harsh, and he's probably saying it in a very harsh manner, but it's not being done to endanger. It's being done to help. Okay, either hold accountable or you know, you're not ready to go away. All right. All right. Now let me just see. Hey, Marie. Haley. All right. Hey, Liliana. Doing good. All right, Gemini. Okay. Cancer. All right, Cancer. Oy. Three of Swords. Five of Swords reversed. Seven of Cups reversed. King of Wands. Three of Wands. Queen of Cups reversed. I'm not loving this either, okay? I'm not going to lie. Three of Swords, I hate the Three of Swords. It's heartbreak. It's sadness, deep sadness. You know, sword through the heart. It's not a happy card. Five of Swords reversed. Taking professional advice, going, you know, and getting help, whether it's therapy or an attorney, but it's getting professional advice and taking professional advice. Cancer. Seven of Cups reversed. You know what you want. You know at least you're focused, Cancer. Emotionally, cups are emotions, water, but you're not guessing this anymore. Okay, I know how it is. King of Wands, Three of Wands, Queen of Cups reversed. I want to put this either on a new career, okay? And trust me, a bad workplace can break your heart for sure. I know, cause emotional damage like you wouldn't believe. This idea of classes or studies for a new career. Queen of Cups reverse is depression, usually sadness. Again, we get back to that Three of Wands. Could be a young person in a school situation. Trying to get a young person going in the right direction. Again, this time the mother is more affected than the father. And honestly, it could just be as simple looking at these cards as a kid saying, I don't want to go to college. Dropping out of college, I want to go to work. It could be that simple looking at these cards. But it again, kills you. Like, I want you to go to college. I want you to be, for a lot of us. And it's, I don't have a college education, and I've done well for myself. I've always had work. And I've always had good work. But it looks like a change of career, but there's a certain, and it just may very well be a young person. If not, it's starting over again in a youthful and fresh new way, doing something different. But again, knowing what you want to do, having taken professional advice, having gone and gotten and taken advice. But I mean, the King of Wands it lights a fire of creativity. It lights a fire of action plan. There's an action plan here. It's saying, okay, I don't want to do this, but here's what I'm going to do. I know I said I would do this, but this is what I'm going to do now. And it's like, oh no. Huh. If it's something at work, again, it's HR saying, okay, well, we're going to retrain you to do a different job. We're going to take you out of this position, put you here, give you the training, remove you from this bad situation. Okay? But it definitely comes with pain. But it's like, okay, but now I know what I want, and now I'm moving in a new direction. All right? And that's Cancer. Hey, Faith. Hey, Paula. Now it's going the way it's going, huh? All right. And Faith, your package is in the mail, too. So, all right. Because, yes, we do mail order. I do send packages out. So, if there's something you're looking for or something you, just give me a call. All right. Leo. The Hermit. The Fool. The Page of Coins. The Ten of Cups. The Seven of Wands. The Ten of Wands reversed. All right. Well, the Ten of Wands reversed is that straw that broke the camel's back. Ten of Wands reversed. All right. The Hermit. That is not a card you usually think of affiliated with Leo. But, hey, Sha. There's Leo alone. The Hermit. Okay? New direction. Whole new direction, the Fool. Going in a whole new place. I'm going to put it towards finances. Now, it could be that Leo is looking at having their own business, looking at these cards, running something out of their home. Ten of Cups. Making plans to buy a new home. This is all about fresh new starts. Could be Leo, newly single, saying, oh boy, I'm buying a new home or going into a new home. Straw that broke the camel's back, Seven of Wands. New education, new training. This is really Leo going from the ground up, And there's no heartbreak. It's not. It's just like, but it is on my own, solo activity, and I'm rebuilding. Now again, not every Leo, right? But this idea of of independence, of autonomy. The money's there. I like that. I like this money's there to either go back to school. The money's there looking at buying a new home or business out of the home. But it's all like the straw that broke the camel's back. Okay, I can't work for anymore for this person. I can't live with this person. I can't. And it's like whole new thing. Here we go. 180. The Fool. And it's that I'm making big changes now. And I'm making them with autonomy. The Hermit's not necessarily a terrible card, even though it does speak to being lonely and on your own, and, you know, and that's not something Leo usually likes. Leo likes being paired up, almost always. But this idea of, nope, not doing this anymore. And again, when we see the Hermit next to money cards, it could just be, I'm not working for you anymore. I can't work like this anymore. I need to be independent. More Leo than any other sign tends to have their own businesses. I'm a Leo rising. I'd rather work 16 hours for me than 8 hours for you. Leos tend to want their own business more than any other sign. Okay, a lot of them own hair salons, but you name a business, it's usually a Leo. Or they're president of the company, or they're, you know, that's where they like to be. All right? Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Okay. Virgo, we have the Queen of Coins reversed. We have the Hangman reversed. We have the Devil. We have the Six of Swords reversed, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Coins reversed. All right, Virgo with the Queen of Coins reversed. Well, that's Virgo has got their mind on their money and their money on their mind. Thinking about money, wasted time, toxic environment, toxic person, toxic place. Six of Swords reversed, not able to leave just yet. Two of Wands, partnership. I love the Two of Wands. That's that opportunity that lands in your lap. Hey, I'm hiring. Hey, can you come work for me? Hey, my company's looking for somebody. You know, that just that kind of thing that just lands in your lap. Three of Coins reversed. It's all about the negotiating. Everything is about money here. It begins and ends with money for Virgo. It's negotiating. It's waiting for that green light. And that green light is money. Okay? Green is money in this case. But just waiting for all the ducks to be in a row. But in this case, Virgo, you're walking away from everything bad. If it's negative, if it's toxic, if it's you're you know, days are numbered. You know, it's almost like you're in prison, you know, making those little lines, and you know, but it's as soon as you can launch, you're out of there, Virgo. If you're trapped in a marriage or you're in a relationship, or you know, it's like you're just waiting for that to just be perfectly out. Okay, bye. You know, the Six of Swords reversed, and actually, you know, it's not a little move. This would be a big move. This is a relocation move. You know, this is waiting to be free of something that lets you just follow your heart, follow your partnership. I love it. Okay, it's just not here yet. All right. All right, so we go to Libra. Libra. Death reversed. The Ace of Coins, the Four of Swords, the Lovers reversed, the Six of Wands reversed, and the Four of Cups reversed. Libra. Death reversed is you ending something. Death reversed is you ending it, okay? And again, is this physical death? No. There's no cards, no sword cards that make me think physical death. Something like, death card is never physical death. It means metamorphic. No, it doesn't. It can fucking mean death. People die, okay? They do. But in this case, no. This is really about probably the end of a relationship, choosing to end a relationship. Why do I say that? The Lover's reversed. Death reversed, the Ace of Coins upright, the Four of Swords. And I'm sorry to react that way, but I teach tarot, and every now and then someone tries to tarot-splain me. And we all learn. I always, but it's just, that's a tough one, man. And it's usually someone who's got those goddamn angel card lady. What's her name? I've erased her name from my memory because I so dislike her. The angel lady, angel cards. But she did the tarot cards, but she took all the bad cards out, the negative cards, the death card, the Three of Swords, Ten of Swords, the devil, and replaced them because everything can be positive, everything can be spun. Well, you know what? Kids with heroin habits and divorce and cancer, you know what? No, they can't always be spun positive. Sometimes it just sucks. It's not about lessons. It's just about endurance and having some grace under tremendous pressure and moving forward when the biggest act of courage is getting out of bed when you really don't want to even be alive anymore. And so no, I take personal offense when someone says, but it's all for a greater good, and it's, oh no, fuck you and your greater good, okay? Bullshit. Don't even come at me with that shit. Yeah. Anyway, it's just to be endured, and you move past it eventually. So, Libra, again, death reversed, making a change, making an ending. Ace of Coins, best money card. Four of Swords, a sense of relief, a sense of respite after the Lovers reversed. The Six of Wands reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. Now, it could be as simple as, looking at this Lovers reversed is something you really want to do. A career path you absolutely wanted, and you've had to come to the conclusion, like, damn it, this isn't going to happen. Like, I'm not going to make money doing this. I've got to make a change. Sucks, And again, they say, don't quit. Well, sometimes, you got to pay the rent. Sometimes you got to think about your retirement. You can't, only you know when it's time to hang it up and make it a hobby versus a career. But in this case, there's a sense of almost like, okay, you know what? I can make the money I need doing something else. And now it's time, again, one of those U-turns. Just, it's okay. It's okay. Not going to do this. I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll pick it up again later, but this is not where I'm making money right now. And it's hard. It hurts. But you're making that decision. You're making that call to end something. And there's a sense of relief, whether it's a relationship. It doesn't really read like a relationship. I'm not going to lie to you. The Lovers reversed. Yeah, maybe. But if it is a relationship, you're not moving forward with the relationship because it's not what you want. All right? Focus is on money. Focus is on stability. The focus is for Libra is on respite, rest. I can breathe again. All right, it's going to be okay. Not moving forward where I thought I was, not going the direction I thought I was. If it's a partnership, no, it's not. Nope, this isn't the way it's going to go. But this I could be secure. It is about security for Libra. All right, security, and I'm gonna find my security in a different way than I thought. How's that, Libra? Let's see what comments are coming in. How would you view Virgo and Libra romantic? Virgo and Libra. Well, it can work out nicely because Libra likes to be partnered and Virgo likes stability. So in that respect, yeah, as long as they're both stable, Virgo shows they care by taking care of. Libra can usually use that. Where Virgo and Libra struggle is when Virgo doubles down on it has to be done this way. That's tough because Libra is an air sign. And there's a creativity and there's got to be some flexibility. If Virgo is going to be rigid and not move off their mark, that can make a Libra squirm. They don't do well with, none of the air signs do, but Libra can love you to death. But if you're gonna double down on a dogma of any kind, has to be like this. It can only be done like that. Well, I can only do this if you do that. Man, that'll make it really hard to stay together. But if it's Virgo being their caretaking, nurturing selves, playing by the rules without making the rules the whole game, and Libra is being attentive, and yeah, it could be a great relationship. You really can. And right now, at this time where there's so much instability, if these two signs are behaving optimally and they're in their ascended selves, it could be a great time for a Libra and a Virgo to be together. But they both have to be doing, let me just see something here. I'm trying to read this. Okay, good deal, Rebecca. Yeah. They are perfectionists, Pamela. There's no doubt. Virgos are the anal Annies of the zodiac. They really are. And it can be. My grandfather was a Virgo. There's only one way to do it. The right way is, and it's my way. My way is the right way, and my way is the only way. And that, man, for a Pisces or someone who's creative, it's like, really? There's no wiggle room there, huh? But you wouldn't think, but I mean, Aquarius and Virgo get along very well. Scorpio and Virgo can get along very well. You know why? Because there's consistency. And some of those, Aquarius, followed the revolutionary sign, is a fixed sign. They were at one time ruled by Saturn. So they do like consistency. Some of the signs that are really out there need someone not to be an anchor, but to be a foundation. And there's the challenge. Are you a foundation or are you an anchor? And that's, and again, I'm going to go back to that whole idea of doing the compatibility chart with Elsa, Elsa.com. Spend $12 and get a compatibility chart and see what you came in here to teach each other and where the challenges are, the communication challenges. And what I love about her chart is it's not like, oh, this can work or this can't work. It's more like, here's the challenge and here's the resolution. Here's where it's easy. Here's where it's a challenge. It can usually be resolved, maybe. I'm thinking of my chart with my 2 ex-husbands, and a little different there, but at least I got closure. At least I got closure in the astrology that I didn't get anywhere else. Okay. Scorpio. 8 of Swords reversed. The Moon. The Knight of Swords reversed. The King of Cups. The 5 of Coins. The 8 of Cups reversed. Well, Scorpio, if it wasn't a challenge, you'd probably get bored. This is a challenge. Now, the 8 of Swords reversed, I like, because it's the end of anxiety. It's like I always say, the sword cards reversed usually diminishes their negative aspects, and swords are usually problems, illness, sometimes, it's an action card, but yeah, the 8 of Swords reversed is the end of anxiety. The Moon and the Knight of Swords reversed. There's still something that hasn't been fully revealed. Okay? Looking at you, Haley. Someone's not talking. There's some piece of communication, and there's something not been revealed yet. The King of Cups, the 5 of Coins, the 8 of Cups reversed. Well, I don't like seeing the 5 of Coins, because that's a bankruptcy or a financial hardship card. And the 8 of Cups reversed has someone either, again, this idea of coming home, leaving home, waiting for news about financial stability in home, and everything has not been revealed. I'm just not sure, Scorpio, if this is about you or about a young person who's not giving you the whole story. Okay? That's what I'm more concerned about. That Knight of Swords reversed next to the Moon card can speak to, the Moon can be mental health issues, again, things that are hidden, addictions, the stuff you don't talk about, the stuff you hide. When it's reversed, well, now we know it's been revealed, but it's not been revealed yet. And someone's not talking. And in the meantime, they're digging a hole. And Scorpio's watching this and has made their peace with it. Made their peace with it. But because Scorpio does demand accountability and honesty. And if you can't have integrity, then they're going to let you fail. A Scorpio will let you fail. Of all the signs, of all the parents, Scorpios will stand by and let you dig your own hole. They'll give you the rope and you'll hang yourself. Not to be mean, but until you hit rock bottom, right? For a lot of addictions and mental health issues, people who won't go get help, won't get therapy, won't get a medication. Well, maybe you will if you hit rock bottom. If things get bad enough, eventually you'll seek help. But if you keep enabling and you keep rescuing, and Scorpio learns that lesson quicker than most. Certainly quicker than its sister signs, Cancer and Pisces. Scorpio's like, no, you gotta be cruel to be kind. And that really could be their theme song. You've got to be cruel to be kind. And this is Scorpio sitting back and watching things unfold. Now, it could be Scorpio, hello, that it's attached to the spouse, okay? And again, there's this sense of, when are you going to tell me that things are not going well, or how bad is it really? And it hasn't been revealed yet. How bad is it really? And that's what these cards are saying. I can't take action. I don't know what to do until I know how bad it really is. And but the other thing with Scorpio is that as long as no one's dead, it can be fixed. Okay? And I've told my kids that so many times, that that I can't fix that. But as long as we're all alive and we stay healthy, we can fix anything. Okay? You can always earn more money. You can always, go back to school. You can always, there's a lot of things you can fix. But there's this, so is this, the Scorpio is like, I'm making this into a big deal. I just want to throw one more card for clarity. The Nine of Swords. Damn. Yep. No, this is Scorpio seriously sitting back and saying, all right, I will, I can play this game as long as you want to. Mm-hmm. And damn. It's a game of nerves. Scorpio's playing a game of nerves, but they're going to win. But always at a cost. Scorpio will never let you see them cry. Trust me, they can have that knife so tightly wedged in their chest that they can't breathe, but they won't fucking cry for you. You're not going to get that pleasure. Oh, man. But I think in this reading, I have to say, looking at these cards, that Scorpio has some kind of edge. Scorpio has something that, like an ace in the hole. I know it's a lot off of a 7-card spread there, but yeah, those are heavy cards. All right. So we are on to Sagittarius. As I said, I saw a lot of Sagittarius in the store this week. Lot of Sagittarius. So we have the Ace of Swords reversed. We have the Eight of Coins reversed. We have Justice reversed. The King of Coins. The Wheel of Fortune. And the Seven of Swords. Okay. Ace of Swords reversed is stuck in place. Not talking, not speaking, not communicating. Which for a Sag is pretty amazing, because God knows they don't usually shut up. Sorry, Sag, it's true. You guys talk a lot. Ace of Swords reversed. Eight of Coins reversed, unmotivated, not feeling it. Justice reversed, unfair, not happy. I will say it looks like Sag might be being accused of something they didn't do, which is making them, it's interesting, but instead of coming out swinging like a Sag, fire sign, oh, really? Sag has been hurt, I think, by this. I think Sag has been accused of something they didn't do. And Sag, rather than fight, is going to do something that most Libras do, most Pisces do. And it's interesting, Sag and Pisces, because at one time, both ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the ruling planet of Sag, used to be the ruling planet of Pisces before Neptune was discovered. But I got to say, in this case, Sagittarius is acting more like a Pisces, more like a Libra. We're not confrontational. And we fight our battles by putting on our shoes, grabbing our purse, grabbing our jacket, and saying, see ya. And Sag is behaving like that. Walking away, the Wheel of Fortune, King of Coins. You want to talk about me? You want to accuse me of doing things I haven't done? No problem. Have fun with that. But I'm out of here. Okay? Sag is not going to tolerate, not going to fight back. They can't win this. Okay, Sag, I'm going to tell you, with these cards, you can't win this. And I know everyone doesn't want to hear that. It's just like Scorpio. You know, you got to wait. Things haven't been revealed. The Taurus reading. But in this case, you can't win here. So why would you even argue the point? It's ridiculous. Why do you care? Someone's going to lie about you, make up stories. It's not fair. I can see that here. Justice reversed next to the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords, gossip, talk. You know, accusations that are just... I want to say it seems more to do with work. Although I do see the King of Coins here. You're going to be like, you know what? I don't need this shit. If you're a woman, you know, in a workplace, it looks like your husband or your man or your partner has money. It's like, oh, I can take off and I don't got to put up with this shit. I don't have to deal with you people. And that's exactly how you're handling it. Okay? You're not going to deal. You're not going to listen. You're going to move forward. Move away, move on, and be done. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. We start off with the Knight of Wands, the Seven of Coins reversed, Page of Cups, Strength, Four of Coins reversed, Nine of Cups. Okay, beautiful cards. Why are they beautiful? Well, we start off with the Knight of Wands. That's creative action. That's forward motion. That's, you know, not just news of, but actual activity. You know, pages bring in news. Knights bring in the action. Page of Cups brings in news of love. Knight of Cups bring in love. Okay? So it's like it's on the horizon. It's here. In this case, Knight of Wands, it's here. You're moving forward. It's creative. It's interesting. Seven of Coins reversed. Well, you know what you need to do. You know financially what you need to do. Page of Cups. Looks like you're happy with it, enjoying it. It's emotionally rewarding. Strength. I love that card. It's kind of self-explanatory. Four of Coins reversed. This is what I got to do to make money. Nine of Cups. There's an emotional component here, though, that I love. Nine of Cups. The Page of Cups. This idea of an emotionally satisfying situation. It's not just about money here. It's about creativity. It's about feeling creative and really good about that. Like you're in your strength here. And yeah, the money follows, but there's a real love for this. A sense of it's not just success. It's respect. It's strength. Knowing that you're doing what you should be doing. Seven of Coins reversed. You know, this is what I need to do, and yeah, you make good money doing it. But you know, these are just really good cards. But I love the creative aspect of it, the sense of accomplishment that, you know, maybe, again, with this Knight of Wands laying next to the Seven of Coins reversed, it's almost like coming with a creative new way to do something that either saves money, makes money, but it's almost like a child's play. It's like a fun puzzle, you know? It's like, this is really, you're having fun doing this. Very rewarding. Now, it also could be, no, you know what? Nine of Cups is wishes coming true. I mean, it's all falling into place. Now, it's laying next to this Page of Cups, which is a very emotional card, which is it can be news of love, the idea of love coming in, at the same time as again, everything is lining up creatively. And love can be part of that. Strength card has you, but it's really like there's no hidden agendas. There's no, you know, this is what I need to do. I feel good about it. You know, everything's lining up. Give it a little time, and you know, this really is really a nice spread of cards. I gotta say, sense of accomplishment, a sense of creative. Juices are flowing. I like that. Because nose to the grindstone Capricorn sometimes, you know, forgets to smell the flowers. So has a beautiful garden, but then doesn't smell the flowers. Doesn't take the time to enjoy the fruits of their labor. Oh. And love that, Nicoletta. There you go. Beautiful. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Mary. Orlando. Yeah. Okay. He's been off too, though. Orlando's been nuts. Okay. Capricorn, Aquarius. Aquarius. We have the Eight of Wands. The Ace of Cups reversed. We talk about different between Capricorn and Aquarius. The Ten of Coins reversed. High Priestess reversed. The Four of Wands. The Tower. Fuck. Okay. Well, the first card is the Eight of Wands, and that is focus on career, focus on career, work. Eight of Wands. Ace of Cups reversed. You know, this could be a case where you're so focused on work, you're not paying attention, looking at these cards to relationship. A little different than Capricorn here, where Capricorn is inclusive of love and creativity. Aquarius is not making time for these things. And, you know, yeah, there's success, Four of Wands. But man, you're missing some signs, Aquarius. Trouble at home. The Tower is coming at you. You cannot. Okay, so like if Capricorn is the gardener who's enjoying smelling the flowers, Aquarius is the gardener who's forgotten to water the plants. Okay, Aquarius is so busy thinking about work, thinking about money, and making that a priority that they're forgetting emotionally. Ace of Cups reversed. So these cards come as a warning for Aquarius. You've got to have balance. You can't ignore or make this someone that's important to you. Ace of Cups reversed. Make them feel like they come so far down the list. I'm trying to think what movie I watched that was like that. God, it was a big movie. It just came out too. But the woman just walked out of the... He's like, what's the matter? Because all you saw work. And she's like, you know, trying to interject something about her day and try to include, you know, it's just, there's no time for this. And she's like, you know what? Why don't you call me when you got time? That's how these cards read. You know, why don't you call me when your priorities are straight? Why don't you give me a call when you know what you want? Okay? Because right here, it's all about the success and the growth and the career, you know, and ignoring that. And boy, it's going to bite you in the ass. All right. And Pisces. Pisces, we have the Magician. Judgment reversed. Temperance. Nine of Wands. Ace of Wands reversed. Emperor reversed. Well, these cards are about doing things that maybe you didn't think you could do. Crossing new bridges, creatively, new endeavors, out of the realm of your comfort zone, Pisces. But you got this. Like, it's something you've been really good at. I'm thinking about someone going on American Idol, you know, like a great singer, and someone signs you up, and now you're going to be singing, you know. But the talent is there, right? This is about leaving your comfort zone, leaving partnerships, leaving that corporate job to do something creative, something new, taking on a new something you know you're good at. Maybe you don't know you're good at it, but you are good at it. And again, going in a new direction. Liberation reversed. Against your own good judgment. No, you know what? I'm going to say against the advice of others. Talk a lot about going for professional advice, but in this case, it's Pisces saying, I appreciate your good advice, I appreciate your concern, but I really have to do this. And I know I'm leaving behind security, I know I'm leaving behind, but it's inside of me. I have to do this. And you're doing it really without the support of people like, okay, you're crazy. You know, you're crazy, but, you know, I think when I opened my store, it was like that. You know, I know this could do it. And people were like, yeah, really? What are you calling that? What do you really think that's what, no, really? Like, yeah, I think so. It's, you know, it's like a California store. I'm going to do like a California, West Coast, mystical. And if you're like, really? You think that's going to work? I'm like, yeah, I think so. I think it'll work. Yeah, I do. I believe in it. That's what these cards are reading for Pisces. Well, no one dreams bigger. No one dreams bigger than a Pisces. Okay? So anyways, that's what I got. And, you know, I got to tell you one thing that's come up in the readings, and one thing that's come up in my own meditations and my own is Divine Mother, Blessed Mother, the feminine divine. And I really, you know, we focus on the patriarchy, both to its negative, and honestly, for those of us who are pagan or witches, our altars are usually balanced, masculine and feminine. It's not about one being better than the other, it's about balance. And for some traditions of witchcraft, they tend to focus solely on the feminine divine, feeling that the Muslim, Jewish, Christian, patriarchal-based, male-dominated based religions have taken so much energy that it's okay to say, okay, we're going to just focus on the feminine divine to bring balance. I get that. Those are the Dianic traditions, by the way. But I think a focus on the feminine divine, it's interesting as we're looking at abortion laws, we're looking at, you know, women's rights being attacked. I think feminine autonomy, divine womanhood, I think we can all focus a little bit on the role of mother, both Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, our own maternal mothers, where we stand. A lot of stuff coming about motherhood right now. A lot of you coming up with therapeutic from bad mothering. Some terribly sad stories I'm hearing, because it's all coming out. Everything's being revealed, and then we're peeling the onion. And as I posted on Facebook, we have a fair every Saturday, and right now my 2 readers are booked solid. I have no room for walk-ins. Andrea is booked solid, as is Jocelyn, and you know she's doing the cord cutting, shadow work, hypnosis / meditation. Very effective, very interesting. And a lot of it has to do with going back to the roots, our mother, father, parenting. But I tell you, and how we view motherhood, how we're mothering, how we're nurturing, how we're birthing, whether it's birthing a business or birthing a child, or, how are we? How are we doing that? And I think prayers to the Divine Feminine right now, asking the Divine Mother for help. I think maybe that's a good direction to go in right now. In our meditations and in our prayers, I always talk about the importance. I'm always like, the universe, that doesn't make sense to me. You don't send them out to the universe. It's just like fishing in the ocean. I mean, could it be any more vague? You know how big the universe is? Where are you focusing that energy? And I'm just suggesting maybe for those of us who don't have a focal point, perhaps Divine Mother is where that energy should go right now. However you see or view Divine Mother, whether it's Mary, the mother of Jesus, or Mother Gaia, or any of the goddesses, Kali for myself, but, Morrigan, Hecate, very important. Hecate is coming forward very strong. These are not gentle mothers. Hecate, Kali, the Morrigan. These are stern, strict. But again, looking at the state of the world, looking at people without boundaries, without, it requires, this sort of, know your role and be accountable. And I'm going to hold you accountable. And it's like that Scorpio, there again, you have that strong sense of, I will give you rope and you'll hang yourself. You want to keep secrets? Keep secrets. I ask questions I know the answers to, just to see how you're going to answer them. That's how Scorpios operate. But it's not due to an absence of love. It's because you have to grow up and be accountable. And any heavily Saturn signs, Capricorn, again, you have to be accountable. And they're not being mean. They're just, you got to do your job. You got to do what you said you were going to do. You said you were going to do it. Well, I'm counting on you to do it. I'm relying on you. And it's okay to say that. If someone says to you, I'm going to pay you this much money for this, and you do this, and they say, yeah, I'm only going to pay you half. Well, what? What? Or I'll be here if you need me. Okay, I'll be here. And then they don't show up. You're like, well, I was counting on you. So is it really wrong to sit there and say I'm holding you accountable? No, it's not. No. And so, anyways, I'm rambling, but I want to suggest a focus on Divine Mother and mothering with this idea of, how can I be more accountable? Look in the mirror. Where have I failed myself? Where am I not, really putting in the energy, the effort, the time, and how is that filtering down? How is that affecting the trickle down there? If I'm not taking care of myself, and I'm snapping at my kids, or I'm so angry because I have no time to go to the gym, or I can't take a yoga class, or I'm not getting enough sleep, and now I'm, phoning it in at work. Where am I? You're just shooting yourself in the foot. And then we can go ahead and look at the bigger world and the bigger picture, and do I have time to do any kind of community help? Is there anything I can do? Grassroots movements change the world. Where am I not stepping up? How can I step up? Please show me where I can step up. Give me an opportunity, I'll take it. Open a door, I'll walk through it. That's how I pray. Okay? Guys, everyone, have a good night. Please behave yourselves. And I'll see you next week, okay? Good night now. Bye-bye.